Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Teague Anderson from the ADHDJ channel on YouTube, and today we're going to be reviewing 2112 by Rush. Rush are a Canadian progressive rock band from Toronto, Ontario, and they're legends at this point, so you don't really need to know this information, but I'll give it to you anyway. The three core band members, Geddy Lee on bass and vocals and keyboards, Alex Lifeson on guitar, and Neil Peart on drums and other percussion. And they're all quite good at each of their respective instruments. And 2112 was a very important album for them because their first three records, respectively, were flops. And if this one didn't sell, then they were going to fade off into the nothing. Luckily, that didn't happen. 2112 was a massive success, and Rush skyrocketed to the status that they were known for up until recently when they disbanded. 2112 was released on April 1st, 1976, though some sources say it's March 1st. I don't know. Look into it yourself if you're super interested in it. It's 6 tracks and 38 minutes in length. The real pull of 2112 is the title track, which takes up an entire side of the record. It's 20 minutes long. It's one of those songs that feels like it blows by in like 5 minutes because everything flows so great that it feels shorter than it is. It's split up into 8 sections. First is the overture, and then second is one called The Temples of Syrinx. The third one is called Discovery, then Presentation, then Oracle, The Dream, Soliloquy, and the grand finale. Overture is pretty self-explanatory. It's just laying everything, all the elements of the track out for you. Fun fact about the synth at the very beginning of the track is played by Hugh Syme, who also designed pretty much every Rush record and now Dream Theater records as well. The Moving Pictures album cover was designed by him. Hemispheres was designed by him. And if I'm not mistaken, 2112's cover was designed by him as well. The second movement, The Temples of Syrinx, is probably my favorite movement. The rest of the track is great as well, but this one is one where they kick butt for 2 minutes straight. And Geddy Lee is yelling at the top of his voice. And there comes a little bit of why some people do not like Rush. Geddy Lee's voice is rather high, and some people find it grating. Other people like me find it super cool and are total nerds for Rush. The third movement is Discovery, and it is where the main character in the story finds an old guitar in a cave and tunes it and learns to play it. And this one's great. Just the way it's written is fantastic. It starts, he's tuning the guitar, obviously, like I said, and then the character slowly learns to play it, and by the end, he's a virtuoso, which is a little bit unrealistic, but he's a supernatural character in a fictional story, so give him a little slack. The fourth movement is Presentation. It's where the main character takes the old guitar to the leaders of the Solar Federation, the oppressive government of this story, and he shows them, look at this beautiful instrument I found, and they say, we put this away for a reason, and they smash it, and then he falls into a depression. This one has a great guitar solo in it, and if you're a fan of guitar solos, check this one out, and pretty much any guitar solo that Alex Lifeson did. He's an amazing guitarist. The next two movements kind of meld together. Not just in my mind, they are meant to meld together in lyric-wise and tone-wise. In Oracle, the Dream, the main character gets a vision and he thinks it's a dream, but then an oracle comes and tells him, no, it was a vision of what the future is going to hold for you. And And in soliloquy, he decides that it's not worth it, and so he offs himself. And in the grand finale, an instrumental, the Solar Federation is taken down, and the way this movement just like completely deconstructs itself at the very end is very satisfying. Overall, 2112, the song is a pinnacle of late 70s prog and one of Rush's best songs. And if there's any song to listen to on this record, 2112 is the song to check out. And that ends side one, and side two is really, it's good, but it doesn't reach the peaks that 2112 does. Though it does start off pretty great with A Passage to Bangkok, a song with a pretty hard rock riff and some lyrics that are supposedly of cannabis. This is a really good, like, streamlined hard rock song that Rush did, and it's one of their staples live. It was one of their staples live. The next song is The Twilight Zone, which is named for and is about the TV show of the same name. And this one is a lot more quiet, especially for Rush, except for a few guitar blasts every once in a while there, which are harmonized together. The next song is Lessons, which I feel is the messiest track of the bunch. It's actually kind of fitting considering the Led Zeppelin influence, that it is a bit messier, like Jimmy Page's guitar playing, but I wouldn't discount this song. It's a good Rush song. The next song is Tears, written entirely by Geddy Lee, just like the last song was written entirely by Alex Lifeson. Tears is a love ballad attempt, and though it's not the most nuanced love ballad you'll ever hear, it's still beautiful. And it has this moody mellotron in it that gives it sort of a King Crimson sort of feel in the chorus section. And the mellotron was actually also played by Hugh Syme. The last song on the record is called Something for Nothing, and it's fine. It's not the best song on the record, but it is a pretty great song in and of itself. This one really foreshadows the next album, A Farewell to Kings. If you want a good idea of their Rush's signature blend of hard rock and progressive rock, Something for Nothing is a pretty great example. 2112 is not their best, but it is certainly a powerhouse in prog rock, and I wouldn't discount it even if side 2 is a bit messier. It's still got some enjoyable songs, and side 1 is fantastic. Overall, I'd give this a 93 out of 100. Some highlights would be 2112, Passage to Bangkok, and Tears. Low lights would be Lessons, though I still enjoy it. Alright, thanks for subscribing if you want more content like this, like if you liked the video, and recommend me more albums to review. Bye.